Cody's funeral, he was 39, was supposed to be a moment of peace, but of course it turned into something straight out of a Sunday afternoon in Alabama. The pastor, suddenly thinking he was judge, jury, and executioner, decided to announce that Cody had been a terrible human being. Exactly what every grieving mother wants to hear. Mrs. Linda, understandably done with the pastor's audacity, told her sons to grab the body and go, like they were escaping a bar fight. The pastor's daughter, Ava, tried to put out the fire, but then got a lecture from her own mother-in-law, because apparently even funerals are diplomacy-free zones. After the disaster, Ava meets her friend Rona, who brought her husband, Jim. Rona, as subtle as an out-of-control truck, declares that the Bertrams are clearly the problem, but Ava doesn't want to argue during a funeral. Jim, Dallas's best friend and Ava's husband, wants to go after him, but Ava says that's her job, because apparently being a borderline toxic wife is now a full-time occupation. Ava tries to comfort Dallas, but he blows up, accusing her of orchestrating everything by inviting his family to church. He insists that she doesn't love him for who he is, as if he were some renegade Batman. Ava tries to wait him out, but he leaves with his brothers, because clearly maturity is optional. She follows them to a bar, tries talking to Morris, the eldest brother, and runs into Benji, her childhood friend, which instantly triggers the Bertrams' urge to relive old brawls until the bar owner shuts it down with a shotgun. In the middle of the night, Dallas spirals, blames himself for his father's death, and tells Ava she should leave him, something he apparently forgot to repeat in the morning, because the next day he wakes up in full stone-cold mode. After work, Ava gets ready for a dinner with Jim and Rona, but Dallas just goes without her, because chivalry died long before the movie even started. At the restaurant, he yells at Ava and asks for a divorce in front of everyone. Nothing screams respect like humiliating your wife at the local Olive Garden. Rona takes Ava home and tries to convince her that life doesn't end just because she's nearing 40, since in the US, turning 40 is apparently the romantic apocalypse. Rona hands her an envelope full of every horrible thing Dallas has done during the marriage. Ava finally takes a week to breathe at her parents' house. Clarence and Jean try their best to comfort her, while Ava tries to convince herself the marriage wasn't a total waste. Clarence then sets up a casual run-in with Benji at the feed store, but Ava isn't interested in any charm at all. At church, the pastor preaches about divorce, which makes Ava melt emotionally. Spoiler, it didn't help. Afterward, Benji tries talking to her, but she's still emotionally shut down. At home, she vents to her parents about the pressure to move on. Clarence shows her videos of herself before and after the marriage. So dramatic, it almost felt like Gone Girl, just without the psychological murder part. After thinking it all over, Ava finally starts to recover. Her parents take her to an amusement park where she runs into Benji, and this time she really talks to him. They drink, laugh, open up, and almost hook up, but Benji, with more ethics than half the cast, refuses to sleep with her in that state. The next day, Ava says she doesn't have space for anyone in her life, and then a picture of them reaches Dallas, and boom, chaos is reborn. Dallas storms into the bank where Ava works, makes a scene, and demands she sign the divorce papers. She signs happily, which only makes him angrier, because apparently only he gets to end things. Rona then throws a divorce party, complete with Benji as a surprise guest. Ava and Benji finally have their heated moment. But the next morning, Ava finds Dallas in her kitchen eating cereal like nothing happened. A fight breaks out. Benji shows up and defeats Dallas, who gets thrown out of the house like a bag of garbage. Dallas starts stalking Ava at work. Rona insists she get a restraining order. Meanwhile, Benji finds his animals dead, most likely poisoned by Dallas, who's deep in "I've lost everything, so I'll destroy the world" villain mode. Clarence tries to protect her, but ends up attacked by the Bertrams. Ava and Benji rescue him and take him to the hospital. Ava then sets up a risky plan. She calls Dallas and provokes him with spicy details about Benji, ensuring he'll show up at her house. Dallas arrives furious, armed, and ready for another episode of his personal telenovela. Ava finally unloads everything she's bottled up for years: how she tried to save him, how she never disrespected him, how he ruined everything by himself. He attacks her, she calls the police, he comes at her again, and she grabs the shotgun.
When he ignores her warning, Ava fires and Dallas goes down, ending the cycle of violence once and for all. Clarence recovers, and the Bertrams face yet another funeral, as if it were a family tradition. Most of the domestic scenes in this film were shot on specially built sets designed to reflect Ava's psychological sense of emotional imprisonment. Nothing in the decor was accidental, and it makes the film even more immersive. So tell me, if you were in Ava's place, at what moment in the movie would you have left Dallas? Leave your thoughts in the comments. I love hearing from you all. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.